Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name, as always, is Ryan, also known as Ryman, and this is the spectacular demo for Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. It's a fucking dating simulator. So many questions and issues arise from this, but you know what? We can't think too much about this. We're going right back into our save game. Without a word, Leon shot the barrels. I'm surprised he took my advice so readily. What a gentleman. I mean, yeah, he clearly loves destroying barrels anyway, but I'll pretend I had something to do with it. By the way, folks, the last time we left off, we were just rescued by the Adonis Leon, and Sadler got a new nickname that even in canon will always... even in the official canon, he will always now be referred to as Awesome Saddle. Perhaps more surprisingly was that the barrels spontaneously combusted, causing the wagon to roll towards the villagers like some kind of blazing poverty chariots. What the fuck, Ashley? No! I'm not sure why anyone would just keep explosive barrels in a graveyard, but I suppose I should just count my blessings. With the villagers crushed and or combusted by their own flaming paddy wagon, we took the opportunity to run past. Poverty chariot. Oh my god, I think... fuck it, that's what I'm calling my car. It's the poverty chariot. Between the oppressive darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path, but Leon seemed to know where he was going, so I just followed closely. As a bolt of lightning tore across the sky, I realized I was looking at a graveyard. That's not ominous at all. Nuh-uh. One might say it's sacrilege to kill the faithful in such a hallowed place, but it's even greater sacrilege to think, well, at least we won't have to drag the bodies far. Oh my god, these transitions. Having escaped the crazed villagers, we jogged leisurely down a narrow forest path and eventually entered what looked like a shed. There was no way forward. We could only descend the ladder in front of us. I felt apprehensive about what horrors might be waiting. If I remember this game correctly, I know exactly what horrors you're about to run into, sweetie. But with Leon climbing down without so much as a disclaimer, I trusted that we should be okay. Darkness! The ladder took us into a dark cavern, presumably built to connect the disparate parts of the village. We moved briskly down the tight path and soon found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Leon boldly kicked the door open. I like a man who doesn't let a small thing like discretion hold him back. Oh god, the blue flames. Yeah, we're about to come across our merchant buddy. The first thing that caught my eye were the dazzling blue flames perched atop two torches. It struck me as oddly comforting. Maybe that's why I was able to resist the urge to scream upon seeing the second thing. It's the merchant! Who is this guy, I wonder? Another secret agent, or you're just your run-of-the-mill small-town gun nut going through a man cave phase? Oh no! No! What? God, why am I seeing bubbles and sparkles again? This is not the time! Hormones. Is the merchant one of the romance choices? Please tell me! Why are we zooming in? Why is my eye moving this way? Is the parasite giving me superpowers? Hand's a little dirty. Well organized, though. That's good. What is happening? Conclusion. Maybe romanceable. More details acquired. Why am I so weird? Is this a chick thing, by the way? Do all women go through this when they first meet a guy? You know, speak up. Someone please tell me. I can't believe... Oh my god, please tell me that the merchant is a romance option in this sick, twisted game. Leon approached the man casually, so I assume they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not as romanceable looking as Leon, but a girl... Oh my goodness, this game. But a girl in peril has to keep her options open.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
If ever there was a moment to take a sound clip, this is the moment. Huh? Not the accent I was expecting, but in a good way. Australian, maybe? I'm all about the thunder down under. Did I really just think that? Did I really just read that? We gotta get the Jamaican merchant up in here. While I questioned my moral credibility, Leon started looking through the man's inventory.
What are you buying?
Thank you, merchant. Ellipses.
Thank you. Is that all, stranger?
Ellipses.
What are you selling?
I don't have to do shit. This is the greatest. The merchant quipped enthusiastically as Leon stoically pursued his wares. Maybe it's part of Leon's safety protocols to avoid conversation where possible.
I'll buy it at a high price.
The merchant seemed pretty excited about some jewel Leon showed him. Whoa, is that a bejeweled beer stein? Why does that exist and where can I get one? That's a good question. Still, I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pilfer valuables just to obtain supplies. Yeah, U.S. government works in mysterious ways. Either my rescue is a low-budget affair, or our relationship with Spain is more tenuous than I realized.
Come back any time.
Oh, they cut off Stranger. He was about to say Stranger, and they cut him off. Finished with shopping, Leon resumed jogging down the tunnel. I thought we should have the merchant man, but I didn't want to mistakenly initiate another romance just yet. We ran further into the tunnel, and stopped abruptly in front of a shallow puddle. Leon drew his gun and took aim. I wonder what that was for. Testing the waters for traps, maybe? You know, I just remembered we are legitimately looking through this game through the eyes of an AI. Looking at the human player doing video game things in what is to them real normal life. If you were in her position and you saw your rescuer take out his gun and shoot a lantern for no fucking reason and then move on, what would you be thinking? Oh, I know. That particularly malnourished cultist can blend in with puddles. I got you figured out, Saddle. Okay, maybe we're not thinking exactly what Ashley would be thinking. Whatever the reason, Leon swept right past the flame like a man on a mission, which he was, of course. But what I really mean is that he hurried over to a box tucked in a nook in the wall. As if by instinct, he drew his knife, 'cause what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Aw, he missed. But hey, a little imperfection makes him even more handsome. What? Success! Well, as much as chopping open an immobile box can be considered success, I won't rain on his parade. That was a nice touch that they could have just gone straight to this, but they threw in the fact that sometimes the fucking player misses the box. Leon hastily retrieved the ammunition lying so conspicuously in the box's remains. Whoever planned this operation was weirdly fastidious. Shut up, I can't read. But whatever gets my ass out of here. We ran through the remaining tunnel and climbed some stairs to another ladder leading upward. I held close to Leon again as he approached the door to the next room. Hiya! I gotta remember to invite Leon to some parties, specifically parties that feature both Jenna and doors. Just keep boxes out of the room. The room was empty of people, although someone obviously lived there. Or what with the dining table and the wood-burning stove. The oddity of the room was the large typewriter stationed on the dining table. At first, I thought maybe the owner just had a fondness for antiques. Then it occurred to me that maybe the person couldn't afford better tools. This area was painfully rural. After all, the thought saddened me. Oh no, poor people. While I was chewing a bit of the first world guilt, Leon started typing away. Baffled, I looked over his shoulder. Perhaps he has Hemingway aspirations. Would explain the terseness. As it happens, he was simply typing a record of his time and location. He also mentioned the round and mode, which didn't make any sense to me. I guess he's using the typewriter to let someone know his progress? Again, I couldn't tell if the orchestra of this operation was extremely crafty or just plain eccentric. Probably the latter. After all, what better way to fight crazy than with better funded crazy? And yet, Leon chops boxes like his life depends on it. Lord help us if the man ever applies his diligence to something truly destructive, like extreme couponing. I've seen those coupon maniacs. They're nuts. You know, it was one thing when the box was placed in a conspicuous nook, but it feels a little wrong to destroy the boxes in people's homes. I mean, what if the box was the owner's last memory of their grandpa or something? For what it's worth, they are crazed cultists. We're lucky the box didn't actually contain Grandpa. Well, wood under the stove now. I guess I took a deep breath in preparation for what awaited us on the other side of the next door. More darkness. Oh, there we go. We found ourselves once again assailed by rain and darkness. All of a sudden, the relative safety of the previous room seemed worlds away. An unnervingly low vibration hung in the air, stirring in me a feeling of dread. I followed as closely behind Leon as I could without being in his way. It didn't take long for the villagers to add to their shrieks and bloodlust to our carnival of horror. Oh shit! I think I skipped something. Oh no! Oh god! I accidentally clicked. I fucked up the whole playthrough. You would think a not so awesome saddle would spend a little more on his mobs to have better murdering equipment. Leon led me into a tower and started climbing up the uncomfortably tall ladder. Deciding my fear of heights was suddenly not so compelling as my fear of cultists, I followed suit. Phew, what a climb, but not as bad. Leon's gonna fucking jump down like a goddamn hero, and Ashley's gonna follow suit. That's gonna be glorious to read through. What a climb! But not a bad idea to stick to higher ground and force them into a funnel. We should be moderately safe, right? It's not like they can throw stuff this high. Right? I scanned the area below for any cultists with pitching aspirations. Just then...
Right here.
Oh. I froze in place. Totally convinced that the cultists were growing wings. And that my expiration date was as good as past. Instead, but perhaps just as crazily, Leon stoically leapt from our perch like he didn't even believe in gravity or leg fractions. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I need to know. Legs of literal steel or government implants? I squinted my eyes against the darkness, trying to watch Leon's movements below. I wonder what his plan is. He's probably just going to shoot everything. Yep, there we go. The sound of Leon's gun pierced the night. And also that cultist's face. So it's the direct approach then. I don't know if it's wise, but it is certainly is manly. Leon rushed past the villagers as he wailed in pain, but the darkness made it difficult to see what was going on. Oh, that was a cool fucking shot right there. What the hell did I just see? Were those worms coming out of his head? Calm down, Ashley. It's gonna be reading this like fucking Down syndrome. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's not gonna be okay. I shakily looked up and over the railing, driven by morbid curiosity, or just the need to know if Leon was safe. I couldn't say. Another villager had approached him, this time holding a torch. You know you're poor when you can't even bring a knife to a gunfight. Leon let a single round fly, and the villager suddenly caught on fire. Is this place main export material that spontaneously combusts, or what? Not content to let the fire run its course, Leon placed another bullet in the villager's leg, bringing her to her knees. I feel bad for watching this. Maybe I shouldn't. Well... Oh, damn. Damn, Leon is so cool. Leon ran back to the base of the tower and called up to me. Oh, no voice clip? No Leon going, follow. I don't usually like being told what to do, but for Leon, I'll make an exception. I approached the ladder and prepared to climb down, but then it occurred to me, how much longer will I have the luxury of attractive men catching me when I jump? Seems like a ways to do things normally. Hell yeah, that's fun! Now if only he could extricate me bridal style, but alas. Yeah, I could definitely get used to that, which means I probably shouldn't, given my luck so far. We ran behind the tower, down a dirt road. The whole area kind of reminded me of my great-grandmother, who had lived in a rural part of Wisconsin. Just replace ominous torches with old street lamps and brainwashed cultists with trashy druggies. Otherwise, pretty much the same. As if on cue, some more of the villagers stumbled out from the darkness, torches and shovels in hand, shouting phrases in Spanish. Oh, good lord. Te voy a hacer a picadillo? I don't know. Note to self, look up picadillo when I get back home. Might be a fun new swear word. Leon took steady aim and shot the villagers in their knees. Tried but true, I guess. Amazingly, they were only stunned by the blow. Great Grand was right. Rural folk are hardy. Leon briskly lowered his weapon and ran towards the villagers. Rather terrified by the whole thing, I just stayed put and watched the exchange from behind my fingers. My god, he's like if Chuck Norris was actually hot. Oh! Wow! With the peasants properly pummeled, we continued running down the path. There seems to be a large gate at the end of the path. I could feel a surge of adrenaline in my legs as we approached. I didn't know what was on the other side, but anything had to be better than this death trap. Okay, that was a lie, because there were lots of things that could be worse. Probably. Like, Oh, no, 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 right, fucking click, no, 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 bad brain, no, 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 again in Spanish, no. Why? No! No! My brain! Oh! A collision with Leon's shapely back muscles thrust me back into reality before I could dwell any longer on a much more awesome saddle. Oh! Fuck you, George, you got me into this! I was happy to bump into him, but not so enthused about the stopping in the middle of hell country. I was about to ask what the big deal was, but I figured nagging at this juncture wasn't a good way to endure myself. Oh, another cultist with a torch. Poor thing is unarmed and unoriginal. Oh, look at him dodging out of the way. Oh my goodness, he is no longer there. Yeah, that worked out about as well as I expected. In the abstract, I feel sorry for the man. What kind of person was he? What were his dreams? We left last line of defense guy to his final moments of agony and rushed onward towards the gate, being sure to avoid bear traps along the way. Apparently, if you can't stop people with torches, tetanus is the best. My inability to read is not being helped by the haunting images of what was thrust upon my eye sockets. We passed through a wooden gate into what looked like a small ranch. Are we gonna shoot the cows? Oh. I was trying to give Leon a little more space so as to avoid bumping into him, although touching his back was like finger porn. Oh my god. I read that and you people heard that, and we all now have a slightly bigger bit of cancer within all of us. Before we ventured too far, Leon stopped abruptly at a waste bin. My initial thought was that the mission coordinates had stored more of his supply. Coordinators had stored more of his supplies in the garbage. It certainly wouldn't have been surprising. Ashley, get in. Wait, what? He seriously wants me to climb into the waste bin? Every fiber of my modernly hygienic body restrained the request, but he hadn't led me astray up to this point, so I hopped in without a question. I held my breath as I closed the lid above me. As I leaned down, I was surprised to realize that the bin was completely empty of garbage. Either rural Spain has pretty good sanitation management, or the villagers were too busy being crazy to throw their trash away. Although it didn't change the fact that the only handsome man around had just ordered me to sit in a musty waste bin in rural Europe with a parasite roaming around my guts. Part of me felt severely frustrated, but Leon was an easy man to forgive. I shifted uncomfortably in the dumpster. Now that I was stationary, a flurry of aches and pains screamed out for my attention. Angered by the pain, I couldn't help but lash out at everything that seemed responsible for my predicament. There should be an interesting list. Stupid Krauser, stupid Saddle, stupid cultists, stupid Jenna, stupid government class, stupid dad for cutting my bodyguard allowance, just because of that one time. What time? What? No. I took a deep breath and sighed. Focus, Ashley. Think happy thoughts. No! Why? No bueno. Oh my god, I shook the admittedly glorious image of Leon's sculpted, seductive visage from my mind. Just because I'm under way more stress than usual doesn't mean I have the right to sexually objectify him. I mean, I barely know him. No! Oh. Okay, I'm good now. I'm glad you are. I'm not. No bueno. It occurred to me that amidst my fantasies, that Leon might actually be in danger, or worse. I can read fantasies, a fucking made-up word, but I can't read actual fucking existing words. Fuck my life. Terrified by this prospect, I thought to peek out for a look, but I knew it would just be my luck that some stray cultist would walk by at the moment and see me. Instead, I placed my ear close to the wall of the bin, being careful not to get too close. I certainly didn't have enough of my shots to be touching the insides of a rural cultist dumpsters. I strained my ears, listening intently to the world outside my garbage sanctuary. Good way to put it. I couldn't hear much at all, aside from the occasional thunderclap in the distance. That frightened me. I expected to at least hear some scuffles. But before the creeping terror of my savior's demise could ensnare my thoughts, the shrill sound of a gunshot burst into my eardrum. A somewhat morbid but nonetheless comforting symbol of hope and salvation. Well, for me, anyway. Assured of Leon's survival, I resumed my effortful listening. I heard a few more gunshots and some muffled screaming that gave the impression of someone falling from a fair height. What kind of ass was Leon kicking out there? A series of thunderclaps prevented me from hearing any more. No sounds took their place as they faded, though. All was quiet on the Spanish front. I listened closely, my heart racing and eyes darting. Was Leon okay? Were the cultists gone? Could I get out of this god-forsaken dumpster? And will Ryan ever manage to get through this with his sanity intact? Then I heard it. The sharp sound of a whistle. But not some jaunty whistle. Not some jaunty whistle like from that song Saddle Side was playing. It reminded me how a cartoon characters would whistle at a dog. I was nonplussed, to say the least, but I guess it was a friendly signal. Not wanting to think too hard on the idea of being summoned like a mutt rooting around in the trash, I hastily threw open the lid of the bin and tumbled out. Boing! Thank God that's over, by the way. Like, if I smell like rotten meat products, that's just too bad for Leon. Speaking of Leon, I scanned the area for him. It was difficult to see, but I found him by the light of stray lightning bolts, standing on what seemed like a bridge connected to the farmhouse. In that moment, his golden locks seemed like a beacon of a lighthouse shining fiercely against the cold, black sea. He was truly poetry in motion. Swoon! That's my swooning sound. That's what you get. Actually, see, aiming at something? I followed his line of sight to a tree looming above me. Oh, hey, there's something blue and shiny hanging from... He's on the fucking gem hunt? You threw that in this? And gone. Was it a priceless religious artifact or just another bizarrely planned challenge? The world may never know. Well, it doesn't seem like he's making any move to jump down and escort me over there. I guess he did kill who knows how many people for my safety, so I'll cut him some slack and do some legwork. I hurried over to the farmhouse. On my way, I was surprised by the lack of bodies on the ground. It seemed impossible, but so did a lot of things. Maybe the cultists are just literalists and the whole dust to dust concept? You know, yeah, wait, how would you in real life react if you just saw someone's dead body literally turn to goo? As I ran, I became poignantly aware of how insane this all was. People dying? And for what? Was it all just for politics? And who stood to gain? One power-hungry old man? Or was this bigger than Saddle? Bigger than all of us? What if this goes all the way to the Illuminati? Amidst my struggles to glimpse the machinations of the mad world, it didn't take long to reach Leon. Since it seemed like we were safe at the moment, I thought to make some quick conversation. There were certainly enough topics on my mind. Oh my god, we have choices? Oh... Does my smell offend your dog whistle? Seriously? Where are the cultist bodies? Before I could open my mouth to speak, Leon turned around and began jogging away. I literally wasted everyone's time with that choice. It didn't matter. Or maybe things will go differently once we're not in a demo version. Maybe, I don't know. I was a little disappointed, but in hindsight, a rickety bridge wasn't probably the best place to have a chat. Well, there we go. Well, Leon fell down. Leon leapt down from the bridge. I could see a ladder on the ground already. I'm just going to presume he kicked that down because he likes catching me so much. It occurred to me that Leon could look up my skirt if he wanted, but he just stood there with the solemnity of a nun. Hopefully that means he's a gentleman, and not... Oh no. No, Ashley, don't ever even entertain the thought. Ellipses. Yep, still fun, though I do wonder if that's good for Leon's back. No, it is not, fair lady. Oh no. There was another giant wooden gate in front of us, once again guarded by bear traps. I see the creativity wells run pretty dry in these parts. Leon stepped up carefully to the traps and drew his knife. Is he really going to slash it closed? Talk about having a conservative mind. My eyes reflectively clamped shut alongside the trap. Oh, thank God. He still has his beautiful arms. With the... wait. How smart is it to deactivate a bear trap by swinging your knife directly into it? Probably shouldn't think too much about it. With the path cleared, we moved toward the gate. I hope deep down in my heart that the next area would be less threatening to my overall health. Ellipses. Okay. So we're playing Leapfrog now? Ooh, I know. Oh, I said like I like touching his back, but this seems a little inappropriate. Oh wait. He must not think we can just go through the gate. So he must want me to climb over it? Oh, that's probably it. Go me! Yeah! Yeah, wait. When we're playing Resident Evil 4, we're just going along with the prompts, but Leon in no ways tells Ashley to do a lot of things. So she would of course see this as weird. He could have saved us some trouble by just talking like a normal person. Thank you! I swear, it's like he believes the strong silent type is an actual personality. I need to think about whether that's stupidly sexy or just really stupid. No, Ashley, dear, that's just really fucking stupid. For now, I'll just trust there's a reason for all the nonverbal communication. I hurriedly climbed onto his back. He struggled briefly to push me up, but managed to straighten it out completely, raising me several inches higher. Bathos. I apologize. No, I don't. I reached for the top edge of the gate and hoisted myself over as quickly as I could. I wish that Leon's muscles had some sort of sharing plan. With a great effort, I pulled myself to the top of the gate and swung my legs over. I was tempted to look down at Leon from that height to see his beauty from a bird's eye view, but I didn't want to hesitate, so I jumped down immediately. Oh, this isn't her jumping. No one to catch me this time. You can do this, Ashley. 1, 2, 3. I hit the ground pretty hard, no doubt scuffling my boot and tearing a ligament, but I put the pain aside and looked toward the barred gate. It was difficult to see in the darkness, so I felt around with my hands. There was a large plank covering the door, but I easily pushed it up into the side.
I opened it, Leon.
I whispered, not wanting to attract the attention of any cultists who might have been out for a midnight stroll, or whatever it is weirdos do during storms. Leon opened the door, as cool and serious as ever. I happily fell behind him as we ran forward. I was surprised at how much I had missed him in that short time. It was only a minute, but it felt like a millennium. As we jogged into the next area, I hoped that this nightmare's vacation would conclude a little more quickly. What? Oh my god, that's it? Thanks for playing the demo of Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. Pretty crazy experience so far, right? Action, adventure, and abject horror, all pulled together by a little bit of romance. If you enjoyed the demo, please leave some encouraging feedback. If you notice issues or have constructive criticism, please tell us about those too. Look forward to the future updates. I'm not escaping Spain without your help. Applause. This was glorious. This was amazing. Whoa, I can't believe it. This is technically the first game on my channel I've completed. No, technically, it's just a demo, but I saw something all the way through. Some encouraging feedback. Dude, to the people who made this, here's your encouraging feedback. This is amazing. Take your time with it. Complete it. That's what I have to say. Constructive criticism? Huh. I don't know what kind of constructive criticism I would get. I mean, it's pretty damn entertaining. I'm definitely looking forward to when this game is complete. I'm going to put my ear to the ground, and keep on a good lookout for this. I'm going to employ my fellow fuck-ups of Brainchild to keep an eye out for the complete edition. But until that time, ladies and gentlemen, share these videos. Spread the word. Oh my god. Oh, what else could happen? Did you imagine doing some stupid bullshit like this for the other games in the series? That'd be cool, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see how this one fares. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, until the next time we meet, I am Ryan, aka Ryman, and this is the temporary conclusion of Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. I will see you guys next time. Oh wait, is there more? No? No? No. Bye-bye, everyone.